Hello lovers, welcome to the Winner's Circle. Today I'm very excited because we start a new series. Today I teach you guys about chakras. And that's very important because chakras are the energy centers of your life. I think I say this quite frequently in my videos that life is about energy. Once you get your energies right, it's like life opens up for you. But I'm going to make it interesting and exciting because I'm actually going to talk about public figures that represent these chakras so that you understand better. You know, for me, these are the embodiment. These public figures are the embodiment of those chakras. You know, guys, moving forward, so it's Kruma Ngabo Bonang, so it's Kruma Ngabo Faith Mkhize, you know, as we're going forward. But today we start with Shauwn Mkhize. And what does Mkhize represent to us today? They represent the most fundamental. For me, they are the base chakra. For me, actually, they are most important. Okay, no chakra is more important than the other. But I see this particular chakra as being almost very important because if you struggle in this chakra, man, the other ones, they can be strong, they can be good, but you need to get this chakra right. This is the root chakra. And just listen to the word. It's the root chakra. It's what grounds you to this earth. It's what allows you to be present. You know those people, if you worry about anxiety, what do they say? You always in the future. Why? You're not grounded in the present moments. If you worry about the past, what do they call depression? Is it depression when you worried about the past? Whatever mental illness it is. Why? Because you're not grounded in the present moments. So the root chakra is the fundamental stabilizing chakra. This chakra represents a sense of stability, security, and foundation. This chakra is a base, it's linked to one of our basic needs, which is having food, which is having a home, and also feeling safe in your home. Please understand, in this video, I'm not saying that these public figures are like they have all their chakras balanced. I'm saying if I had to pick a public figure to be a chakra, I would pick this person, right? Because if you really have a delicious, well-balanced, strong root chakra, that means you don't worry about money. And no one is Maziosi now who has long money. Shauwn Mkhize. Oh, and also guys, disclaimer, I always like my disclaimers, right? I do not know everything about these people's lives. Literally, Ngikaphezulu. I am saying this based on like what I've come across. You know, I have a life of my own that I actually enjoy, so I do not have time to be digging in other people's lives, okay? Back to Mkhize. Remember when she had her show? Remember how she'd be in the boardroom with the soccer team? Number one, do you know any African woman that owns soccer teams? No. Why? Why can she do it? She's grounded. She's Mkhize. She has a presence. Like when she arrives, I used to look like when she gets to the office, you can see those boys that might be dribbling some of you. Okay, maybe they're dribbling the ball, but they knew that Mkhize, well, rather, that's what I picked up from the show. And that's what happens when you have unestunzi, because you can't be shaken. You see, that's the thing. If you are well rooted, nothing can shake you. I mean, SARS has come for if SARS comes for you, please, you are going down. You are going down. SARS came for Mkhize and she is still standing. Like many things have come, scandals, her houses are falling apart, things come and go. Guess who remains? Shauwn Mkhize remains.
You know, when I was getting my feet construction and I was like, yeah, now I'm getting this. I'm into this. There comes SARS. Oh, wow. My cars were taken. Podcast. They would put top of the truck, they were taken. You know how humiliating is that?
Yeah, I can imagine.
You bought a car, your car is taken, right? Your bank frozen, everything is frozen. Bank, they don't ask you. Let me tell you something about the banks.
A well-balanced root chakra helps you build a life of abundance and prosperity. And I mean like financial abundance. Why? Because the root chakra has the qualities that are mostly associated with men. And it's important for us as women to understand that these qualities aren't men's qualities. Actually, I don't think there's such a thing as men's qualities, but that's a conversation for another day. Things like discipline, things like order, things like strategy, things like organization. Those are qualities that sometimes, often as women, we leave them up to the men. And that's why men end up making most of the money, because they are willing to be disciplined. They are willing to be strategic about what they do. They are willing to be organized and organize themselves. But Tina, sometimes as ladies, we have like a lot to learn from them. We still have a lot of room to grow in that direction. And Mkhize seems to have mastered that. And it shows, because it seems like money responds to that.
There are so many bumpy roads.
Yeah.
There are so many hills. There are so many stumbling blocks. There are so many challenges, especially me being in the men's territory as a woman. You know, you come across so many things. But my motto is that I am not giving up.
Okay, having said that, I think I'll share a little tidbit that I learned, some time ago, that there's two ways of bringing money into your life, right? It's either you work hard, which is from the root chakra. So you work hard, you are disciplined, you are organized, in order, you invest. As I say, all these masculine qualities, you bring them in and your money grows. Or you can do it in the more feminine way, doing it from the heart chakra, where let's just say you open up prosperity from yourself in the higher energy fields. By the way, the root chakra is one of the bottom 3 chakras. If you are destabilized in the bottom 3 chakras, then you are in survival mode. You might be living paycheck to paycheck, which actually reminds me, just because someone earns a lot of money does not mean they have a stable root chakra.
Then I'm taking this 7 series, going to the pawn shop. There's a pawn shop, it's in Bluff Road. Maybe people, that man there, Uma Gold, they call him Uma Gold. Yo, can't get. Akiri, you're shy to see who's seeing you. When you're taking your car inside here to lend the money. Manje, you must come nicely, and check who's looking at you. Now you're here with the 7 series. You don't have the money.
If someone can be earning 50,000, right? Let's just say after deduction, 50,000, and their car installments, let's say, is 25,000, and then their rent is another 15,000, and that's 40k, and then they have 10k to enjoy and buy groceries, right? Say their groceries is about like 4k, they still have to buy their phone. So do you see, I'm trying to explain how you can have a lot of money coming in, but you don't know how to manage your money. So you become destabilized. If specifically if, let's say, you're paying this car in installments and there's a threat that you could lose your job. Do you see that you have a lot of money coming in, but you have financial insecurity? Or someone who knows that they get their money from a lover. Guti, as long as I keep David happy, I will get my allowance, or they will continue to pay for my car, or continue to pay for my rent. But you always have that threat that if David is ever unhappy with me, they will stop doing this. That is insecurity. So someone can outwardly seem to have their root chakra in check, but if their financial abundance and financial stability can be easily threatened by other people, outside sources, then the roots might not be as stable as it seems.
Guys, Mina, I'm coming from being on the credit bureau.
It's a fun.
You know, I was on the credit bureau. I'm a normal person like everybody else.
To be quite honest, Mavis, who is living in her great-grandmother's RTP house, who sells ama plate for us for lunch in the offices, who brings home 500 Rand profit a day, or like on a good day, and even 200 Rand on a bad day, but she has a roof over her head that's in her family name, so no one can ever take her home away. And she literally can just put up her tent and make money on the road. That person is more financially stable. That person has a stronger root chakra than a person who's earning 120,000 and is only like surviving on 115,000. And if ever they lose it all, that person is still financially unstable. The root chakra is linked with survival, which is why I'm bringing up money a lot, because unfortunately in our society, you need money to survive. But other aspects of survival are safety. Because nothing can devastate a root chakra like someone who does not feel safe in their own home. So that's why we say these are masculine things, because remember, they also say men are responsible for our safety. But I hope that women can grow to realize that once you become responsible for yourself, like you make sure that you take care of your safety, you make sure that you take care of your income and your financial stability, you are taking care of your root chakra, which really anchors every other chakra moving forward. And it stabilizes you, as I've mentioned earlier on. So having a sense of safety and security, and this is not only just in the literal sense, but just knowing that you have a safe place. And by safe place, I mean like a safe person. You know how sometimes when life really rocks me, I can always like run back to my mother, or run back to my grandmother, or run back to one of my close friends, because they are my community. And in a way, they provide emotional safety for me. So this is another way that your root chakra can be strengthened. If you have these relationships, but you don't take care of them, you are missing out on harnessing your sense of security. Because also, should anything go wrong, these are the same people who are going to come to your protection. If you lose your job, these are the same people who will consider your provision. Did you eat? They're going to worry about those things, right? So community and safety. So if you feel loved and you feel safe and you know you have people, because remember, as individuals, we are communal, right? So the root chakra in a way is also like linked to our communal sense. Like, am I safe in my community, or in my surroundings, in my body? Am I secure? Am I loved? Am I provided for? Am I grounded? And once you work on that, on your root chakra, you've opened it up. So a blocked root chakra can be detected by a sense of insecurity, because remember, if you're secure, you have a healthy root chakra. But if you like insecurities of any sort, that means you don't feel at home on earth and in your own body. But once you start to feel secure within yourself and self-assured, you see, that's another symbol of a strong. Have you seen Mkhize? She's so Mkhize, man. She's Mkhize, she has this beaming sense of like self-assuredness. Why? She knows she's stable. She knows she's balanced.
I would love people to see me as one person of a liberation.
Yeah.
Because if you look at me, opportunities and the doors that have come in, our parents were unable to get into those doors.
She knows she can overcome life's challenges, as we've seen her actually overcome challenge after challenge, and she's still here because she has a strong root chakra. But if it is weak, you are insecure, financial instability, as I've elaborated in the past. But if you are actually feeling financially secure, and really financial security doesn't mean you have a lot of money. I don't want to lie to you. I was having this conversation with a good friend of mine. Financial security is knowing Guti, I have food in the fridge. You know, if I have money for fuel, or I have a fuel. Like your needs are covered, and you don't feel like or I'm missing this or I'm missing that. And that is another sign of someone who has a healthy root chakra. You worry about things, but money, not so much. Maybe you can worry, not worry, but you don't worry about money necessarily if you have a healthy root chakra. You may think about it like, oh, I think I want to make more money. But you never have the concern with you, oh, do I have enough? Because you always feel like you have enough. Have you noticed that you can't expect much from people who are still just trying to survive? Like you cannot expect growth and prosperity for them because they really are just concerned about surviving. So when you take care of the root chakra, you grow, you transcend that. You know, you can enter other levels of life because you don't have to worry about just putting food on the table or just making sure that you have a place to sleep, you know, or just making sure that you are safe at night. These are basic survival things. But once you have these under lock, you open another area of your life. You become grounded, and it makes your relationship so much better because when your root chakra is healthy, you learn to stand on your own. That means no one can swing you which way direction abayithandayo, not your boss, because you know how you can survive without them. Not your provider partner, because you know how you can. So you become so grounded that few things shake you. You are stabilized and you're secure in yourself, in your place on this earth. And of course, once that is in check, and it's in check because it's related to money. Remember, Mama was say your money is good, your money is stable, then the way you navigate through life, it kind of changes because you know what? I can cover the basics if needs be. So how do you heal your root chakra? Get your money up, girls. And okay, actually there might be other ways, and I'm really not interested in them because I feel like get your money up. Then you will bring that sense of confidence, that sense of groundedness, that sense of like, Nishab, and I'm not going to be controlled or ruled by anyone, and I can do it on my own. Not that I'm not saying you should, but you know, in the event that you had to do it on your own, you could. And that's a healthy root chakra.